Hello, this is EV3 Trade Signal Ideas in association with Forex Fox. Today is Sunday, August the 1st. And this video is on our 5-minute trigger flow charts. And today we will be looking at sterling US, the FTSE 100, and gold based in US dollars. First chart here is on the sterling US 5-minute trigger flow chart. Blue, as always, is the trigger flow line, and the gold and dark brown bar chart is on spot sterling US. So highlighting a couple of things here that I think is of note. Simply on spot, simple trend line, we've broken down through that. Are we going to go up and retest it a little bit? And if we fail, it could be a good opportunity to sell. Well, adding to that is, as I've highlighted here, bearish divergence from the trigger flow. And as we can see here, we're making new lows relative to what spot is not right now. So this is a good setup for risk reward. Sell here, stops up here. And if we go lower with this, a good opportunity to make a very nice risk return trade there. Second chart is on sterling as well, but what we've done here is pushed forward the trigger flow index. It's not always something that I show, but this is of note here with this one. Similar in terms of how to look at it, but just more pleasing to the eye. I have pushed forward the sterling US trigger flow, these periods, to get a better fit. So we have a low here, somewhat of a low here, tops and tops here. Not saying it's going to happen, but just going to highlight what the proceeding pushed forward looks like from the trigger flow index. So again, that looks bearish. The second product we're looking at is the FTSE 100, and here on the 5-minute chart again, the blue trigger flow line along with spot. Two trend lines. The spot one here on the red, it hasn't crossed down through it, so until that does, I would stay away from it. But what we're seeing is an early potential indication of bearishness from the trigger flow line. This on the blue trend line has broken down below it, so should go on your radar at least to say could be a potential sell. But I'd like to corroborate that with spot closing down below its trend line. And finally, we're going to be looking at gold based in US dollars. Here's simply again the blue trigger line. Trigger flow line against spot, as you can see, very early, and not very early, but nice and early, coming off. Spot did its thing, went up. We're seeing here just simple trend line analysis here, highlighted where it broke. I'm not saying you would have sold it here, but just to be aware that it's continuing to go lower. So the trigger flow does have a bearish bias to it for spot. But I'm going to follow that up on a couple of extra charts here. Again, as with sterling, I'm pushing forward the gold based in US to get a good fit. And as you can see, it's a very, very nice fit with this lead. And as you can see, the anticipatory aspect of it, if the lead is correct, is lower levels for spot gold. And finally, highlighting a technical analysis against gold with an Andrews pitchfork. So as we see here, gold is somewhat not stuck, but hasn't really made new highs, new lows. I'd like to use the Andrews to say, okay, how do we look relative to its median line? So off of this previous high, low and high, we've got gold right at it. So if we do see gold start to come down through its median line with this lead again, could be very bearish. Again, type of analysis that you'll see on a daily basis at my chat room at Forex Fox. If you'd like to sign up for a 7-day free trial, please come to community.forexfox.com. Thanks and have a nice day.